Welcome to Florida Mint on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, you two.
Here, baby.
What'd you do on vacation time?
Surfed. Went surfing.
Tell us about it. What's your board?
For the longest time, the water has been between 65 and 75 degrees.
Correct.
I need it to be like 76, 77, perfect temperature to go surfing.
Yeah.
Because I don't own a wetsuit.
Oh, yeah.
I don't own a wetsuit. So
it's an investment.
It's an investment, and I'm a part-time surfer. But
what size board do you ride?
1270.
Okay.
Is that in centimeters?
No, it's just
I think millimeters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it's
how
a
about you
tech
guys?
deck.
What'd you guys do?
I play bocce ball.
No way.
I don't even know what that is.
You've never played bocce ball?
No, I've never been exposed to it.
Bro, bocce ball is like the better version of like shuffleboard. You throw a tiny ball into a dirt pit.
Okay.
It's a court, really.
Right. Yeah.
Throw a tiny ball in, and then you have to roll your bigger ball. And the closest to that ball gets a point.
Does your bigger ball land in the sand pit too?
Yes. It's a court.
I'm lost again.
At what point does the Antillian come out of the sand and consume the balls?
That is a fever dream that you had.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did have a fever on vacation. Josh, what'd you do?
I did a pick your own. It's like a foraging thing.
Right.
You know, you can go to like
like a
Plant
class?
City. No, you go to Plant City and pick your own strawberries.
Right.
But this was like a patch of woods.
Yeah.
And it's like pick your own berries.
Oh,
but you have to forage.
You were
for them.
trespassing.
I was trespassing.
Yeah.
Big time.
I've done that when I was with oranges, and I could only pick up the ones that were on the ground.
That's nothing. You shouldn't eat those.
Yeah, it only cost me $75.
Okay.
What? Good Lord.
They're good.
All the oranges I could have.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was really good though.
It's not a lot of orange juice though. It takes a lot of oranges to make a glass of orange juice.
I will say this: one time, Josh
I never manually made one.
Terrible for
foraging.
the environment. Yeah.
For fruit. I remember that. And you got a bunch of mushrooms. Do you remember that?
Well, you could call them mushrooms. Were they part of the mushroom family? Did we find out?
I think they were part of something family because I remember the look in your eyes after you ate it.
Oh gosh, shouldn't have ate those.
No.
Never
You know what
again.
you know what you shouldn't eat?
I don't know.
Headlines.
Shouldn't eat them?
No, you should listen to them.
Come on.
You should consume them.
We're
for
back
sure.
stronger than ever, baby.
Let's do this.
Headlines.
That's my line. Okay, headlines. Our first headline. Do you guys remember the guy
Alamo?
from UCF,
Okay.
the college in Orlando, that was tracking Elon Musk and his private jet?
I remember that on Twitter, right?
Yeah,
5,000
So
bucks,
he
right?
basically set up a Twitter page that tracked Elon Musk's private jet, and it just sent the updates automatically to this Twitter account.
Cool.
And so Elon Musk was like, "Hey, dude, I'll give you $5,000 to shut it down." He's like, "No way."
Yeah.
I forget what he counter offered at, but it was a lot higher. Anyway, so
50.
he is now tracking the jets of Russian billionaires and Russian oligarchies.
Wow.
And like, dude, their jets that these guys, there's like scientists that own like steel. He's like putting them on blast currently. And so basically he did the same exact thing where he set up Twitter accounts to follow a couple Russian oligarchs. And
What's their names?
It doesn't have their name. One of them, well, actually it does.
Mihov.
Alexander
I don't think so.
Abramov.
Close.
Former scientist who became one of the two heads of Russia's largest steel producer, and Roman Abramovich,
that one guy or two?
billionaire and Chelsea Football Club owner.
Wow.
And so, anyways, the private jets of these guys are
Big
like
boys?
Boeing 737s.
That's
I thought that's made for like
insane.
100.
These are
200
commercial,
people.
for like 200 people, but these are their private jets. So, anyways, he took that same concept that he did with Elon Musk and is now tracking these. And dude, it's blown up again. It's like his Twitter is just like, gaining more and more
It's
followers.
such a cool concept, though, man.
And it's all legal because it's
yeah.
all his stuff is pulling from legal websites that are already putting out this data.
But just tracking data. Yeah, tracking data.
Exactly.
And tracking data.
And tracking. Yeah. Anyways, our next headline, we have a Florida man, who was, this happened in Polk County.
Okay, wow.
Very famous.
Being very naughty.
In Polk County?
In Polk County. He had an armed robbery very early in the morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning. Which
That's inconvenient for all parties.
For everybody.
Yeah.
Like, the person getting robbed, even the person that's doing the robbing, it's like, at least sleep in a little
If
bit.
you're getting robbed at 8, you just go, okay, just take it,
Just
bud.
take it, man.
Well, I was
haven't
just
had
gonna
coffee
say,
yet.
kudos to this guy, man, for
Getting
just
up
getting out in
early.
front of it.
Oh, yeah. True.
Early bird.
Yeah. So anyways, he has this robbery, armed robbery, and then goes and steals a pickup truck.
Just take it, man.
Exactly. Just take it. Well, anyways, it takes the Polk County Sheriff's Office a little bit to get this guy.
They're sleepy.
They're sleepy. They're still drinking coffee. They ended up spiking him. The
with a volleyball?
The tire spikes.
Okay. Yeah, go
on.
on.
Anyways, they finally get this guy, and he stops his truck. He comes out of the sunroof with a rifle, and so they're trying to talk him down and all this kind of stuff. He goes back down into the cab of this truck, comes out with a Busch beer. Which it's 8 o'clock in the morning, my guy.
Okay.
Right.
Come on,
Okay.
slow down.
They talked him down? They're like, pick something else.
Yeah.
Come back
It's
up
not
with
even
something
brunch.
else.
Well,
Jesus.
he comes back out of the sunroof with a Busch beer bottle and the rifle.
Oh, no.
And then smashes the beer bottle on his head.
Oh, wow.
And one of the officers thought, like, that was behind him, thought that he fired off that gun.
Yeah.
And
Popped
so
his
he
head right
shot
off.
him.
Yeah, of course.
Shot him right in the neck.
Ew.
He's fine. He's like doing fine, but
fake bullet.
Is the
It
cop
was
okay?
fake, yeah.
Like, I mean, that's a lot of emotional trauma.
I think so. They're still working it out. But anyways, he ends up popping this bottle on his head, and they said it sounded like gunfire. Which,
well, yeah, I get
Does it?
I don't really know that it does, but well, he's holding a rifle on the other hand.
True.
Well,
yeah, there's a precedent.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I've never watched like a bar fight where someone got domed with glass and go, is that a gun?
Yeah, right, exactly. One of those breakaway bullets.
Yeah.
They're very distinct sound.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the problem.
But it
though.
sounds like glass shattering, not like a
it's-
bullet.
It's so early in the morning
You know,
that
what are sounds?
what are sounds?
Yeah.
I think isn't the saying like you never hear the bullet that hits you?
That's true.
right. That is
So
true.
like that guy got startled.
Or the bottle.
Or the bottle.
It's
that
like
hit ya.
if a bullet's shot in the forest, do you hear it?
That's what they
right?
say. Yeah.
Or no one's around, do you hear it?
It doesn't
Exactly.
exist.
Yeah.
What is sound?
Let's move on. So our next headline, we have a Florida man, who is coming from Buffalo, New York, and is flying to Florida.
Okay.
To
Really early in the morning.
Fort Lauderdale, I
Oligarch.
think. The problem is he has a little bit too much to drink. His blood alcohol level is 0.17%.
That's a lot.
And federal rules say that it needs to be under 0.04.
Oh, they're
And so
federal
he
rules.
was too drunk to be on this airplane,
Right.
especially because he was the pilot
Oh,
of this JetBlue
That
commercial
changes it.
airline.
do all pilots get breathalyzed first?
That's interesting.
Wow.
So-
Do they have a blow?
This
thing?
guy
blow ignition
went through TSA.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And then TSA said later on, well, we thought there was something funny going on.
Well, we don't want to stop people.
100%.
He
Yeah.
was pulled out of the cockpit. They were about to take off
Oh my
when agents came in and actually removed him
Hold on.
from the cockpit.
Is there a cop plane with like lights on it that pulls over other planes?
That's a real
Like,
thing.
is the thing, and they're like, "Ooh,
should be.
pull
Yeah.
over."
Now, was it the co-pilot that noticed it?
Well, that's the thing. Somebody noticed it. TSA is claiming they noticed it.
No, they didn't.
But if they
course,
did, why
yeah.
wouldn't they stop them?
Right,
And
exactly.
So, but that's the whole thing. Like Josh said, is there like a breathalyzer for
Yeah,
pilots?
you have to blow in.
And there's not. It's just like he was drunk. He
Dude,
should
that
never.
makes so much sense now.
He should have never made it that far into a cockpit.
Because my friend, she worked on an airline,
Okay,
and the pilot would always say, "We're not flying till you blow on this."
right.
And that was
I don't think that's
That's something.
It was a
different.
breathalyzer.
Well, okay, I think that was a different airline. Delta does have a breathalyzer.
Yeah.
That
tank.
makes sense.
Yes, that's a little different.
Don't we have something for the mics that if the alcohol's too much, then we turn Wayne's microphone off?
Yeah, we're about to. The co-pilot did say that they went out to dinner together the night before. And he said, the guy that was drunk said, I'm going to stick around for a little bit. So he stayed late at the restaurant.
Yeah.
He also missed the airport shuttle to the airport that morning and had to Uber. So there was a lot of red flags.
That's the biggest red flag. If my pilot's Ubering,
yeah.
Can you imagine sitting on a flight, and especially if you're already nervous about flying? So Wayne, for example,
bro,
yeah,
I'm sweating right now,
and he's coming through high-fiving
and the cops come on and pull out your pilot,
bro.
wow.
I'm canceling the flight.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you guys. You have to choose between a drunk pilot or a pilot that Ubered there. Which one are you going to pick?
Hold on.
That's the same person.
No, but the Ubered pilot is sober in this in my make-believe scenario. And then the pilot's drunk.
Uber black.
I'm going to take the Uber person. What are you talking over the drunk
That's
pilot?
sketchy, bro.
Is it?
My pilot Ubering to the airport?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Uber black.
They don't have cars. Why wouldn't they Uber?
If you lose a car, you can lose a plane.
If I didn't tell you about
places.
the airport the shuttle, you would have assumed that they Ubered.
Do you think pilots have cars at every airport?
No.
Where they just land and they take
They
their
make a
private
lot of
car?
money.
Oh my gosh. All right. Next headline. We have 2 Florida kids
Okay.
charged with battery. Okay. They're in
No,
trouble.
that's no good.
Yeah, they are
Fighters.
in trouble
Yeah.
now. They are fighters. Now, they're in trouble because one day at the ice cream club
That's not rude.
on a Saturday around 8 p.m.,
Okay.
these 2 kids sprayed 2 other kids with silly string.
Now
and the-
that's
And the
And-
parents are pressing charges.
Oh, okay. So there's not a second step and then lit them on fire.
There's nothing. They sprayed 2 kids with silly string, and they are being charged with battery
At the ice cream club.
at the ice cream club. Yeah,
So a lawyer has to write at
Yes.
8 a.m. at the
Yes.
ice cream
8
club.
p.m. 8 p.m.
My defendants.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Our 2 victims here got sillied.
bro. That's so I'm just
How Caucasian are these parents?
I have no idea, but it said officers found the 2 kids nearby that did the spraying.
Yeah, they're just playing.
And gave each a notice to appear for 2 counts of battery.
And the kids can't read, so they were just like,
Dude, it's insane.
Oh
and,
my
and there's nothing else about it. I mean, maybe it'll come out later that they slapped him in the face with silly string,
Yeah.
but as of right now, they sprayed somebody with silly string and they're getting.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Let's say hypothetically, that's the only thing that happened. That it's face value. They sprayed silly string, and the cops were called. I mean, if you're a cop, don't you just go why did you call me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
At what point do you go, you wasted my time on this?
Did they call them nerds or anything?
I don't know.
Because I
would
could
hope
see
so.
that. Yeah.
Bro,
Or
that
or
is-
take this in the eyes.
I want to know
one of them held the eyes open and the other
There
one
we go.
silly string
Yeah,
him in the
battery.
face.
I guarantee
Oh,
you
that-
the HOA on this
That's
neighborhood's
fine.
through the roof.
Hold on.
ice
Let's back
cream
up to
club.
the ice cream club. Go on. What are the details of this?
I'll send you the
Location?
address.
How do
Veterans
we join?
Parkway is said. All right. So our next headline, we have a Florida woman that was pulled over for erratic driving.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the deputies noticed that she was impaired by alcohol, but her car was also full of empty right guard deodorant cans.
Okay. She smells great.
Aerosol.
That's what they said. They noticed the smell right away.
Yeah.
When they walked
Okay.
up, they go, "Ma'am, we can smell.
We can smell.
We can smell it on you.
You smell
and
good.
she's like, "Right, guard."
Your arms are very fresh.
Yeah.
So anyways, this lady was huffing right guard deodorant cans, like they're spray cans.
Okay.
While she was driving,
As
she
a
was
dog.
huffing
Bless.
deodorant.
Right.
That's
Come
got to
on.
take a lot of trial and error.
It's got a lot of.
You think she tried
a lot of commitment?
You think she
too.
tried bar deodorant first?
Oh, she tried probably Axe spray,
Oh yeah.
whatever girls
I'm looking
wear.
at the picture and there's like a bunch of 2-packs. She was buying these in 2-packs.
Come on.
Is this stick or is this aerosol?
No, they're aerosol.
Oh my.
There's like a whole pile
Look at
of
that.
them, dude. There's
Wow.
probably
Is that
like a
A&W
dozen
root
of them.
beer too?
No, that is the right
Oh,
guard.
okay.
So I
Not
think
familiar.
it's
Bronze.
this is a genuine question. Is it
sure.
the aerosol component that causes?
I think so.
So
It's
she's
not
just
like the computer duster where you flip it over and you make it cold.
right.
I would assume that it's like the same idea as like Whippets. Like
Right.
Go on.
I mean, that's the aerosol
No, but you're
part of
right.
it.
But I'm saying at least then you're not fighting through like deodorant spray.
Oh yeah.
I'm not justifying
I
Whippets.
know,
I'm
dude.
just saying
in a
like
closed car, and
Oh,
you've got like a
man.
dozen deodorant. Like imagine the smell. It's like the same as Axe body spray. Imagine the smell of a dozen emptied cans, like sprayed cans of Axe deodorant in your car.
This is
No.
a bomb driving around.
yeah, 100%. Someone lights a match and that's it.
Dunzo.
She goes from drug addict to terrorist
Yeah,
like
but-
instantly.
The rest of the force, though, they now have enough cans, to last them.
Come
They're
on,
like,
they
thanks,
smell
lady.
good.
Those things are empty. All right, our next headline we have. This is kind of interesting.
That was
All
a
right.
weird one.
It was a weird one. I
Yeah.
thought you liked it.
Well, huffing anything is kind of startling for
Well,
me.
it's-
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes me
I
I think
uncomfortable.
it's the word huff.
Don't do
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Don't
Right.
huff. What do we
against,
say?
We're against huffing
Anti-huff.
and huffers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Huffington, right?
exactly.
The Huffington Post.
Yeah.
Our next headline. Now we've talked a little bit about iguanas in the past.
little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The tendency to freeze.
My favorite
Are-
amphibian.
Yeah. Well,
That's true.
that's terrible. That's not even
Is it a
true at all.
reptile?
Yes, it's a reptile.
Oh, okay.
But,
I was with you.
Anyways, iguanas are an invasive species to Florida,
That's
Hate
right.
'em.
especially South Florida. Now, South Florida has so many iguanas.
Yeah.
It's insane how many iguanas are just like running around parking lots.
Yeah.
They're like
And they can swim,
squirrels
too,
They
right?
can, dude. Yeah, they're
Hate
good
that.
Amphibian.
swimmers. And so, anyways, they are an invasive species, and it is legal to hunt them year round. Because of the fact that they really have no natural predator, and so they just
Except for humans.
run wild. Exactly, and some of them get up to 6 feet
Oh,
long.
yeah.
dude.
Hate that.
6 feet,
Ugh.
like 20
Hate that
pounds.
a lot.
And so this Florida man, has taken it upon himself to really clean up the streets.
Come on.
Tell us
of
about
South
it.
Florida. This guy, I mean, he's an iguana hunter.
Do you have to?
Okay.
Yeah. You have to hunt them humanely, right? You can't just huck them.
Right.
No, you huff them.
Okay.
No, so this guy is an iguana hunter. He takes people on day trips,
No.
day trip hunting, like hunting trips for
Yeah.
iguanas.
Yeah.
$1,000 to
It's
hunt
free.
iguanas.
No, it's not. It's legal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, just get your iguana club and go downtown.
Yeah.
Dude, it's literally he's driving or like they're in a boat going through canals and they're just popping iguanas with air rifles. But you're talking, and
All
he,
right. I'm
he
not
said
against it.
he said now they're super invasive, so it's fine.
right.
But if
But-
you just injure it, though, you just ruin its.
Well, he's got a dog. The
Ew,
dude has an iguana
gross.
dog that's trained to, and
Oh
he
my
said
God,
it's difficult
really?
to train iguana dogs
I'm
Is it?
sure. Yeah.
because iguanas fight back.
Oh my God. This is a very interesting
And just
story.
like grabbing onto an iguana, they're scaly and they're spiny. They've got
Yeah.
that sharp spine. So, anyways, he's got a dog that
Okay.
fetches them, but they'll go through like on a guided hunt 20 to 50 iguanas.
okay.
Why are you paying
I'm
$1,000
against
for this?
killing things.
Right.
Yeah, here's the thing,
I mean,
dude.
I love chicken fries just like the next guy.
Exactly. That's
But
iguana.
I hate how they're made.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Popiguana.com.
They also, he says that they'll also shoot other invasive species like Egyptian geese.
Pardon?
Never heard of it.
That doesn't sound
Certain
right.
kind
That
of
can't be
ducks,
real.
and then like monitor lizards, which, dude, monitor, I don't know what
scary.
it is about
Yeah.
those things.
They're always
Um,
sitting in front of a computer.
Exactly.
Nerds.
So, anyways, yeah, he says that they use every part of the iguana too. So they'll eat them. They'll eat them, and
I mean,
they'll
yeah.
make trinkets. They'll
Oh,
they'll make wallets out of
no.
the leather, like the skin. They'll make wallets and things like
Okay,
that.
well, just to clarify to our non-Florida listeners, invasive species have to be controlled because they do harm the ecosystem here in Florida, and so there's a logical
Right.
way to do it. But I think what's weird about this guy is he's charging so much money.
It's a tourist thing.
It's a tourist
Okay.
thing, yeah. So folks are coming. This is Cecil the Lion all over again.
It is absolutely Cecil the Lion.
It is interesting to me. Who's paying $1,000 for this?
Oligarchs.
A day, dude? It's nuts. And
People who
so-
call their cops on their kids getting sprayed with silly string.
Exactly. So, to Wayne's point, they're like destroying native species
Yeah.
and like their habitat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know this, but apparently iguanas also tunnel underground, which I didn't know.
That's
but
a new fear.
they'll like mess up. Like,
Well, they call them a triple threat, and it's not
That's
because
true.
they can sing, act, and dance.
Right. It's because they can tunnel, run, and swim.
That's it.
they'll like
Amphibians.
tunnel through like gopher tortoise holes and stuff like that.
Well,
and,
that's
like,
not tunneling. That's just using my
no,
hole.
they like they make their own tunnels and like meet in the middle.
Yeah, and,
Oh,
the,
they
and the
intersect.
gopher's like, I've already done this.
They're
Why'd you make a whole new tunnel?
The
I've already
problem
done
is
this.
that the gopher turtles get lost underground
no.
and just go in circles for days and then
starve.
they starve underground.
And this is why we club iguanas.
Oh man, this is why we pay $1,000
Yeah.
to take care of this
Save
issue.
gopher tortoise.
Our next headline: we have a Florida man
Yeah.
who was pulled over for speeding. Okay,
Hate
this
it.
was it's not a fun thing to get caught in a speeding trap.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't speed. Just drive.
Don't
the
get caught in
speed
the
limit.
trap.
But the thing is, you need to have some good excuses for
Right.
why you were
Yeah.
speeding. Unless you just said, "Sorry, I'm speeding.
No.
I won't
No
do
one
it
does
again."
that.
Deodorant can stuck under my brake pedal.
Right.
Boom, baby.
So this guy was going over 50 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone.
Come on.
Yeah, I could take
And
it.
he ran a stop sign.
Well,
So here's some excuses that he gave the deputy. He said he had just gotten the car he was driving, and he had been trying to get the car out of sport mode.
Okay, I see.
So the car was just a
Well,
little bit too
okay.
fast.
it was stuck in
naturally.
sport
yeah,
mode.
for him to see a
You
stop
got to give the
sign.
car what it wants.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
there's like a certain speed that it wants to go at,
Right.
and I can't fight it, especially with that
Mama
body.
won't back down till you rev it up.
Exactly.
That's what they say.
Whew,
That's that
shit.
Chevy commercial.
Mama needs that body spray.
Come on.
He also said he sped up to try and get ahead of another driver at some point.
Yeah, that excuse doesn't work. I've tried that
No, it's
once.
called racing.
That's called racing. Yeah.
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 And then he finally decided to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, for his speeding, and he said, "I just found out that Vladimir Putin just said
Okay.
he's going to launch nuclear thermal war against the world, and I was trying to get back to my house to find out what was going on."
Not a bad
Wow.
excuse.
Okay.
Not a bad
Well,
excuse.
Yeah, the
man.
deputy said, "Oh, dude, I understand.
Let him go.
You're free to go.
Yeah, you're free to
I
go.
can see that.
You're free to
I
go."
mean, that is the best one.
The deputy's name was Alexander Hosterhoff.
Wow. That's the one you want
He
to
owns a 737.
Yeah.
Our next headline: we have a Florida woman.
Yeah.
All right, now this is a little bit.
Harsh dog.
It's a little bit sad. I'll tell you.
Okay.
No.
Let me back up before we talk about the Florida woman. There is a new bill awaiting the governor's signature that
Okay.
would
Woof.
temporarily keep secret the names of lottery winners in Florida.
Yes,
so you
it
wouldn't
should be
find
always.
out about their names for 90 days. Okay,
That's actually not a bad idea.
No, you should
No,
be
it
able to
should-
That's
keep
a great idea.
I think it's pretty.
Keep it
It's
secret.
pretty normal in other states, but
Yeah.
for Florida, it's like instantly like, oh,
You-
this guy
you-
just won $50 million.
You win the lottery that morning, it's on Bay News 9 that afternoon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, now one of the supporters for this movement or for this bill, she said, this Florida woman says that she supports it.
Yeah.
She is in jail serving a life
Oh
term
gosh, I know it.
for killing a guy
Yep. Shakespeare.
that won $30 million lottery, and she
I see.
murdered it. And so she's saying,
If I didn't know, I wouldn't have killed him.
dude, it's
Polk
like,
County resident.
oh, it's crazy, man. So
Yeah.
this happened in 2009. And like Josh said, his name was Abraham Lee Shakespeare.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was convicted in 2012, first degree murder because she basically killed him for the $30 million.
Yeah.
And so I definitely agree that and I'm not
Sad.
sure why, super sad, but I'm not sure why, like even the 90 days, like why does it need to be public information?
That is
I don't
strange,
at
dude.
all.
Because
Like,
they're saying like, hey, man,
They're like, you got 90 days
this
to
is the
like,
best we can do.
to get
disappear.
security. Like what?
Or to run.
Yeah,
It's-
I don't
it's-
understand.
like you said, it's such a normal thing in other states. Why is Florida so hell bent on like,
Ruining
hey,
people's lives?
Yeah, letting people know that you won all this money. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
so
know.
strange.
I don't know. But anyways, I
Oof.
definitely think, I mean, I support it for sure.
You should be able to be private.
You should definitely be able to.
Listen,
be
we
private.
know. I mean, we don't talk about this often. We know the governor
Right.
listens to our show occasionally,
Oh yeah.
and we don't use this platform to get political. But if you're listening tonight, I think you should make it indefinitely like secret. If you win the lottery, you
for
should.
once, just do the right thing.
Yeah,
Hey,
just
would you
listen
tell
to
me
us.
if you won? Would you tell me if you won the lottery?
No. No.
I don't think I would tell anybody.
I wouldn't tell you the amount.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. You wouldn't tell me if you won the lottery.
Of course I would. I would text the group chat instantly. Are you
Well,
kidding
okay,
me?
how much would it be like that you wouldn't say anything?
To you guys, I would tell
Yeah.
you instantly, but I would okay, under 30
He wouldn't
million,
tell
I would
us.
post it to my close friends on Instagram.
Okay.
Are you
Over 30
serious?
million, I would just tell the group chat.
I feel like if it was
Yeah.
over $500,000, I wouldn't say anything.
Are you you wouldn't tell us?
Wow.
I mean, I probably would tell you guys, but I'm saying like
No.
if it was like $100,000 or something, I'd be like, yeah, I want it because it's gone pretty freaking fast.
No.
And it's not enough for people to like ask for
No,
it.
I'd still, if you won 600,000, I'm asking.
I said 100,000.
I know, but
I'm
my
asking.
thing is like if
You're asking for
I
what?
feel like that's too small.
That's what I'm
If I won
saying.
100K and you tell somebody, it's kind of like braggadocious. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
won 100K. Like,
Yeah, I know you're not going to give me any.
But they're not
Right.
going to ask for it though.
that's what you're saying.
But if I won $30 million, they're going to be like, hey, bro, can I get like, I don't know, $500,000?
I don't
You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like if you guys won 5 million, I wouldn't ask you.
because you know how fast that goes.
Yeah, 5 million's quick.
But I think that like I see what you're saying.
I mean, if you're greedy.
Yeah, well, I know you two
I would
guys.
feel pressure. I mean, like I would feel pressure socially if I won anything over. I think anything over.
Cameron is a mooch.
What? Live stream just said Cameron's a mooch.
Oh, well,
I wasn't gonna say it because we're still on air, but it is true.
Is that one
But no, here's my thing. If I won something over 5 million,
Yeah.
I would feel pressure to give a little bit to people that I love, and I
Yeah.
love a lot of people.
That's true.
But
I appreciate that.
yeah, let's just continue with that.
I mean, okay, I got one more. I want to
Ah,
wrap up
yeah.
this.
X-rated.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
That's for live stream. This is going to Polk County.
Uh-oh.
Come on, back again.
A Polk County teacher is facing a misdemeanor or is facing misdemeanor battery charges over allegations that she bit 2 students
Okay.
over a pickle jar.
Was it a bite off?
Yes.
We've had a bite off. Each of us have put a knuckle in the other one's mouth.
To see who could
Right.
bite the hardest.
Yeah, and then who gives up?
Yeah.
And who can bite the softest.
I destroyed Josh's index that way.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
still got a crease.
So anyways, this teacher, I don't know if you heard the last part. She bit 2 students over a jar of pickles.
Okay. I didn't hear that. You're right. I did not hear the pickles.
Well, I
part.
just assumed it was a bite off for the jar of
And
pickles.
Okay.
She's
there
from
you go.
Transylvania.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is from Polk County. Yeah, and anyways, so these 2 students were working the school store, which I don't know what that means.
Hold on. Wow. Okay, I've got a
It's
story.
unlocked a memory for me.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Save it.
same.
Save it.
Okay, I'll
Save
save
it.
it.
So this happened at Bartow Middle School. So these 2 students were working at the school store when this
Okay.
teacher tried to take a jar of pickles.
Huh. Oh, this was brought in. Oh, okay. No, go ahead.
And the 2 students took the jar back.
They defend
Well,
their property. They defend it.
I don't know what was going on,
School
but
store
she
property.
bit them on the forearm. And of course, they released the pickle jar and she was able to get the pickles.
Hold on.
Okay.
They both have it. This is 4 arms, 6 arms on a jar.
Yeah.
She's able to go. "Arr, arr."
That was my first thought too, was how did you bite 2 forearms?
Thank you.
Quick
Yeah.
bite. Quick bite.
How,
Okay, hold on. Okay.
As the second victim,
Second biter.
as the second victim,
By T.
how are you going to let yourself get bit after you saw the first guy get bit?
Well, okay. It happens so quick. Right? She bites the first one. They let go. They go,
Right.
ow, my teacher just bit me. The other one's still there like, oh my God, did the teacher just bite
I
Rick?
see what you're
true.
saying.
Yeah.
Plus,
Flabbergasted.
if I'm in middle school
Yeah.
and a cute teacher is trying to like steal the
I
pickle
don't
jar
think she's
from me,
cute, Mike, dude.
I don't know if it's a.
and she bites my friend, I'm like, well, let me see.
I don't
You
know,
know
if
what I
it's
mean?
It's not flirty.
You gonna offer your arm up to the teacher
Yeah.
Just as a
for
no
a little
greater love, you know
just
what
for
I
a
mean?
nibble?
It's not-
Yeah, just
it's
for
not
a taste.
flirty bite.
Now, what she's saying is that she's like, yes, I did lick them.
Ew. Okay,
That's worse.
That's worse.
That's way worse.
That's
Lock her
worse.
up, bro.
Yeah.
Straight to jail.
Yeah.
Well,
Straight to jail.
Yeah,
Well, here's the
gross. That.
She's still employed by the Polk
No.
County School Force.
Okay. Well,
No.
She got moved schools. She's not. She got paid administrative leave.
Hide your
we're
forearms.
running out of teachers.
Hide your
okay?
pickles.
That's true.
A rogue licker. Who cares?
What
You
does
know?
she do? Lick a couple arms? I
Who
mean, just
cares?
move her.
Yeah.
Bro, someone
Is
tell
she
these
still good at
this kid's
teaching?
This kid's getting commission on products. Like, why? I mean, you're fighting a grown-up teacher over
Yeah.
a jar of pickles.
I don't even know.
No, I got out of class.
Did you have a school store that sold
Okay,
jars
well,
of pickles?
Bro, dude, you unlocked a memory for me.
For you too?
At our high school.
Oh, I did one at the Lakeland High School.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't
So
understand.
it's biology. Mr. Cummings, Lakeland High School.
No.
Right? I find out, hey, Mr. Cummings loves fish. Tell him you're going fishing. And you guys know about me and fishing.
Come on, big fish fan.
Yeah. So I go to the
You
fish.
tried to buy a red snapper earlier.
I did at Zarza.
Yeah.
So I go to the fish market, right? And I tell Mr. Cummings, I'm like, hey, this weekend I'm going fishing. And he's like, he's licking his chops.
Yeah.
And he has a school store in his closet, right? And a student runs it. So our whole biology class would be interrupted by just kids from other classes coming in,
getting crackers,
buying pickles.
I remember this.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. It was always that one teacher that would just always doing a fundraiser.
Need a little extra money.
Yeah. So I go to the fish market. I get tilapia.
Yeah.
They wrap it up like it's from a fish market. It's a frozen block. I deliver a frozen block that has thin pieces of paper between each slice.
Okay.
And I go, hey, I went fishing this week. And I give it to him. Dude,
you try to pass it off like you caught it?
Yeah, I get an A and I get to work in the school store.
No.
For the rest of the year.
Worth it. Did he bite you though?
No, he didn't lick me or bite me.
Oh, that's disappointing.
He's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Josh.
So, after vacay,
Yeah.
I got an interesting letter.
Okay.
Heartfelt letter.
Right.
Come on.
I appreciated it.
Yeah.
I figure you guys
I appreciate it too.
appreciate it too.
Come on.
This is from Sherry.
Sherry.
She says, I'm from the 605.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I had to look it up. That's
Popular.
Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Love that
I
area.
didn't know why I would know that.
Love that area.
Beautiful.
And she said, so I've almost died a few times.
Okay.
And she said, my
Wow.
most recent time was listening to your show.
Okay.
So
What?
I
What?
thought this is kind of a cruise story, you know?
Yeah. Why are you blaming us?
Yeah.
She said, I spaced. I totes spaced
Okay.
and let go of the brake pedal at an intersection. Coasted for like 5 inches.
Come on.
Almost got plowed.
So she's blaming us for her
5
near-death
inches is-
experience.
5 inches isn't very far in a car.
I feel like it auto-corrected or something. She's like, luckily, I've got a guardian angel.
Come on.
And she's like, because I've saved, her life has been saved a few times, she said.
Okay.
Right.
I got you.
She says, I think his name is Spike.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spike the Angel.
Spike the Angel. I thought that was cool.
That's nice.
And I wrote back, I go, why do you think his name is Spike? Because now I'm intrigued, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she says, well, a few reasons. Because one time I was watching Notting Hill
Okay.
with Hugh Grant.
Right.
And then she put, Hugh Grant wasn't with me. Hugh Grant is in
He's
Notting
in Notting
Hill.
Hill. One of my favorite movies.
Yeah. And she said, and the character Spike came on the screen and a picture of my dead sister and her volleyball outfit fell off the wall and hit me on the head corner first.
Why?
Wow. Gushed it open.
A volleyball spike?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And then the character Spike?
I see.
Yeah.
So she thinks she has a cruel guardian angel.
Well, I think like the angels tried to tell her. And then something Cam mentioned earlier, actually, she brought up. She said, then the next week, I was watching Cops, Too Real for TV on VHS.
Okay.
And the cops toss out a spike strip.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I've
the
seen
same
those.
picture fell off the wall and hit my cat.
Is it possible that it's just maybe uneven?
What if her TV's
Your
too
banister's
loud?
uneven.
TV's too loud?
Yeah.
And its name's Spike, though.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The connection is Spike the Angel, Spike, and someone's spiking
I mean, I guess.
the
It's
picture.
It's a leaf?
there's a lot of curves in this line.
Yeah, well, this person had a 5-inch drift. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been through a
Blamed
lot.
us. So I thought, thanks for the opening.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Sherry.
needed that material for Icebreaker.
Come on.
Okay.
So I asked the guys if you guys thought you had a guardian angel,
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
and like we could kind of go round robin, right?
Mhm.
And like draw and describe what the other's guardian angel would look
And
or attributes would be.
I got to say, this assignment was so fun from Josh because
Right.
this letter came to our Gmail, the business account, and I knew right away Josh is going to run away with this. He's
Yeah.
going to use
I
this
had
for
a good
material.
time. Yeah.
And then Josh says, can you guys describe each other's guardian angels?
Yes. Almost like it would be a dating profile, but just like attribute wise.
Right, 100%.
Like, what would they do for you?
I guess so.
Okay.
And,
That's how I took it. So we'll see how you guys took it.
Okay. Yeah.
And so Josh asked us to draw each other's guardian angels and then then write the attributes.
I did Cam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cam's guardian angel.
Yeah.
Cam did Wayne's guardian angel.
Correct.
That's right. And
Wayne
I did Josh's.
My guardian angel. Okay.
Perfect.
So let's
Who
start.
wants to go first?
Like a love triangle.
I'll start. Let's start reverse order.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to show you the guardian angel first.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now this is
Okay.
Who is this again?
this is Josh's guardian angel.
So this is who you picture.
I wrote his name at the top.
Okay.
Can you pronounce that, Cameron?
No.
You picture this guy.
This is you. This is your guardian angel.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is this Orenthalius?
Jameis.
Jameis.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So
He's got. Can I describe him?
Does he have duck feet?
Does he have duck feet? Okay.
yeah,
He looks like a normal person.
Why
at
does the
first.
sun have a smiley face?
because he's happy to be guarding. you.
Okay.
Show the camera
Okay.
next to you and get that
This
on.
is
Josh's guardian angel is named Orenthalius Jameis,
okay.
or OJ for short.
Well, okay,
Well,
good. You would shorten that name.
Yeah.
It is
That's a doozy.
It's
It
very
is a
syllabic.
doozy.
Ornthalius.
Yes.
Look at that.
Okay.
Wow.
So Orenthalius has some traits. He's Josh's guardian angel,
It's beautiful.
and he's got some traits. The first trait that he has is he occasionally makes Josh forget the location of the nearest Arby's.
Wow. Okay. All right. So these attributes are to promote my long life.
Right. He's like, you know
Wow.
what? Arby's for breakfast, not a good look.
Right.
So
Is it?
Josh, there's been times you drive around looking for the Arby's.
Uh-huh.
You think you know where it's at.
Okay.
Right.
And then it's because Orenthalius has made you forget it.
Oh, did he make it like physically disappear for me?
100%.
Or I just forget and drive around town?
I think it's both.
You know how much gas is right now?
Yes, I know. I didn't say he was a nice guy.
Okay. OJ.
So
Okay.
he's helping you by just making sure you don't find an
Okay.
Arby's.
Right.
And OJ is now behind me.
Right.
That's how you picture him. Like
Yes, he's standing over you, hands
Yeah.
on your
Hovering.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Right.
Duck feet.
So his second trait,
Duck feet.
he has a very unique way of telling Josh that he's nearby.
Why does he have this posture? Why is he standing with both arms behind his back, but then one kind of sneaking back around?
He's just saying, hey, I'm here.
I thought he was waving.
He's like, buddy, he's waving at you. He has a unique way of telling Josh that he's nearby.
Yeah.
Basically, every time Josh sneezes, Orenthalius causes Josh's entire left arm to go numb.
Wow.
Okay.
And
Hey.
that's just Orenthalius saying, like, hey, buddy,
Hey,
I'm
I'm
right
here.
here.
Yeah.
Do you feel me with you?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, your doctor said that was a problem. It's not.
It's not a problem. Okay. And
That's-
if any listeners have listened to any episode in the past,
Right.
especially the one with Keep It Weird on,
That's right.
I mentioned that I sneeze and my arms go numb.
That's right. This
I
is
didn't
that's
think
your
it was-
guardian angel saying,
OJ cutting my circulation off.
that's right.
Wow.
That's right. So
What if you're allergic to OJ? Like every time he gets near,
my arms
you
go
sneeze,
numb.
and then he like.
Wow.
I
I
hope
don't
that's
know.
not a trait, but
No.
it could be his clone. Thing about it
That's
is,
true.
he's also got a really cool way of like just basically sharing random facts with Josh.
Okay.
So when Josh is asleep,
Uh-huh.
Orenthalius uses that time to
Okay.
like lean forward and whisper things to you.
Okay.
And so you wake up with all these random facts we've been talking
Yeah,
about.
like-
So
Wow.
Why are you sweating? You're
Right.
sleeping.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So like last Monday, Josh was asleep. Orenthalius leaned over to him and he
Okay.
said, "Hey, Barack Obama droned twice as many people as George W. Bush during his presidency."
Okay.
Yeah. That's
It just
true, though.
random
He
facts.
just woke up
the
knowing
Gaza
that.
Strip.
Just random
Rest in
facts.
peace.
Yeah,
Jesus.
just random facts.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. He's
Last
helpful.
night,
Yeah.
It is.
last
yeah.
night you were trying to sleep. Ornthalius leaned over to you and
Jesus
said,
Christ.
there are over 4,000 unidentified serial killers in the United States right
Oh,
now.
whoa. That's
Just
frightening.
How's
Just-
that even known?
This is why Wayne always says that he would take you to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He'd
yeah.
call you.
because of that.
The guardian angel
guardian
whispers the
angel.
answers to you.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
It's like a
'cause I'm
funnel.
not, I'm
Yeah,
not
and-
reading all of this.
The last
obviously.
trait is Orenthalius will trick you into believing that your vegetables are actually nerd ropes.
Huh. Because I eat a lot of nerd ropes.
But you
Right.
think
Are
you
you
are.
thinking I'm taking cukes tip to tip?
You're just eating zucchini tip to tip, my guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, and you're thinking it's nerd rope the whole time.
Well,
That's
I
your
got-
guardian angel
Yeah.
tricking your taste buds.
I
tricking
gotta
your sense
keep
of
OJ
direction.
I was
around.
wondering why you get so ravenous when a squash is around.
Yeah. Just start slobbering.
Mine.
Yeah. And Orenthalius is going, yeah, my son. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
I can
Okay.
keep him around.
That's good. I
Thank
like
you.
it.
So OJ is watching over you. my
He's so
friend.
beautiful. Man.
Yeah.
He's such a, I mean, his face.
Look at that.
He's seen better times.
He
Look at
has,
that.
he really has. All right, so I was assigned Wayne's guardian.
Yeah.
angel.
Come on.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna
And
start
I
with
feel
some.
safe.
You better. Yeah, he works really hard.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with some traits before I show you
Okay.
what he looks like. But
a
let's
he?
see. Well, you know,
Okay. A day.
we'll find out.
Okay.
Let's see. So the first one. All right. Now, your guardian angel
yeah.
always stops you from eating great food, like tasteful food, interesting food,
Chips and
any kind of food with flavor, because
Yeah.
he knows your tummy just can't handle it.
tummy goes a wumpy.
So if it's not a food that isn't bland or like a boiled chicken or
Like
potato,
a vanilla
Right,
paste
right.
he can have.
he can have that. He can have the boiled meat
Yeah.
and potato,
Boiled chicken, no salt,
some
please.
white rice.
Applesauce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
My guardian angel put me on the brat diet,
If there's some garlic powder on it or ground pepper,
bro.
dude, your guardian angel's like, steer clear.
Bad night for the commode.
This is not for you.
You
my
know what's
guy.
funny? The other night I put garlic powder on my French fries,
And what happened?
and someone went, and it just blew right off, bro.
I told you.
Someone and not a
That's
breeze.
exactly
Yeah.
Why
what
do you
happened.
think someone?
Well, I'm just saying now I know it's my angel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he really is helping your health.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come
That's
on.
point number
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on.
Okay. Point number two, he really helps you deal with guilt.
Okay.
Okay.
In a certain way. Now, this was just one way that I found out that, when you're driving around,
Yeah.
Okay.
your guardian angel makes sure that you never pass a car wash.
Come
Okay?
on.
Like a drive-through car, because he wants to make sure that you feel no guilt
Yep.
about the state of your car.
Okay.
Okay.
I
He
can see
knows
that.
you're never going to take it through a car wash.
No.
Right.
You're never going to wash it.
Right.
So he just avoids those areas
Wow.
completely.
Now I will say this: I've had my Toyota for going on probably
10
5 or
years.
6 years. I've never washed it.
No.
I've never
Okay.
washed it one time.
So that's
he's
really a driving point.
That's an
tom-tom.
angel.
He's a tom.
He's an angel. So the other point with driving, though, because obviously
Obviously, I mean, we could go
I have
all
a
day.
feeling where this is going.
your guardian angel's helping out a lot
Oh
there.
my
Yeah.
God, helping the
So-
oh yeah.
He's helping you not drive by any car washes.
Right.
Yep, car
He's
washes.
also just helping you drive in general. Because I honest to God,
God bless.
it's insane that that Wayne just makes it to where he needs to make it every day.
It's a surprise.
Because Wayne has zero idea where to go.
I never know where
Zero
I'm at.
Spatial awareness.
From his house to work. It's
Yep.
incredible just that he gets there without getting lost.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
our office is pretty near the. Okay, so here, but let me say something though.
Here we go.
When I'm alone, it must be the angel guiding me
Right.
and helping
You just
me.
get there.
But when
Yeah.
I'm with you all,
Uh-huh.
I just assume that you guys are going to tell me where to go.
That's no.
Well, we do.
You've been in this town.
I have
for a
I
a
will
while.
while.
just, I just don't turn. I'll just drive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
And
the
people are like,
scary
"Hey, you
part.
missed your turn." I'm
And
like, well,
we
you didn't tell me to
this.
turn.
We help you
Yeah.
out. Now, what happens when you have somebody new in your car?
They usually are pretty frightened.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
usually
at the
like you
speed
drive for an
under.
hour. You drive for an hour and you're like, where
Have
are
you
we
guys?
going?
Okay, if you ever asked somebody, would you be afraid if someone drove under the speed limit? And the answer is yes. I think it's because I have such a lack of direction
Yeah.
and understanding of basic rules of the road
Yeah, that's scary.
that I find a way to frighten people, even going 20 under the speed limit.
It is frightening.
It is frightening.
Now, I just imagine your guardian angel
yeah, he's angry.
like a bumper for you.
Come
like,
on, like
big
a
old
bowling alley,
bumper.
Like you don't drive a bumper car.
right?
Like
Okay.
he is the bumper for
But
you.
come on,
He's making sure
Ghost
like
bumper.
Wayne
Come
goes this way.
on.
He's like, no, bro. Like
he's like,
wow.
he's just like,
he nudges you. So
nudge.
to
Booty
that
nudge.
point, as your bumper,
come on,
I'll show you the image. It's called Wayne's Wiggler.
come on, look
What?
at that.
And
This
so
is exciting.
he basically like every time Wayne
It's a
is driving
caterpillar
around,
from Mario.
I love it.
and
I
it's
love it.
called the Wiggler.
Yeah.
Wayne's
And
Wiggler.
he bumps Wayne's car.
He just bumps you around. Now that's one
Soft.
just one way that he bumps you around
Ghost
your car.
That makes so
Okay.
much sense, man.
Yeah.
Because my wife has said we would have been here sooner, but Wayne's Wiggler just wasn't
Yeah.
helping out.
Exactly.
And that makes so much sense now.
yeah, now it's no.
So, anyways, our next point Now, if you notice,
what's it
at the top of Wayne's Wiggler? It has a little flower on the top.
Does Wayne's Wiggler have a flower?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so really that's just to help him stay calm in situations. Now, because I will say this, Wayne is incredible at dealing with like difficult situations and difficult let's say conversations.
Sure.
Okay. But that little flower on top, it's just like
joy. Oh yeah.
Smell
the roses.
Bro, and he's good to go. And he can talk his way out of anything.
He's a good dude.
He's really good. Let's see. There's a couple other ones.
Wow, more traits.
Do you want anything else or no? You want
I feel like you should show the camera not just not just the picture of the Wiggler, but just the effing journal you wrote over there. I mean, this guy wrote size 7 font on like a whole page of paper.
Here's one that says humble. Okay, there's like key points.
Okay,
humble.
Wayne's Wiggler is humble.
Yes. No. Well, he keeps his Wiggler keeps him humble.
Yeah.
It says the Wiggler makes sure Wayne doesn't get too trendy.
Come on,
just to stay humble.
Okay.
So he
these seem like personal shots.
No, it's really
he keeps me 3 fashion seasons behind.
Yeah. It's not clothes, it's music. So he helps Wayne ignore great music until 3 years after the relevant after his friends have. Anyways,
no, can I reference what that is? What that's a reference to?
Go ahead,
Cameron. We work with a band called the 1975, and we were promoting a concert with them. And Cameron had sent me their material like probably 2 years prior to that.
Yeah.
And when we met the guys, I'd never heard their stuff, and Cameron was furious because he's like, "I sent you that album 2 years ago, and you said you loved it."
Yeah.
Humble.
Yeah. Well,
it's just a way to stay humble.
During the pre-show, I tried to show Cam a video, and he's like, "I watched that video you sent me like a month ago," and I go, "It just came out last week," and he just started giggling.
Humble.
That's his guardian angel.
I don't know if you noticed, but there was 2 differences on Wayne's Wiggler compared to Mario's Wiggler.
I haven't inspected both.
I did add a mustache and a pair of glasses.
Is that? Oh, okay.
I mean,
wow.
Just like,
I will just say, honestly, man, that's probably one of the cutest things I've ever seen.
I've never seen him draw anything.
That's a gift I didn't know he had, bro.
Yeah.
Well, here's the mock execution. I was going to just do this
template,
and then I was like, yeah, I mean, I just took him offline.
Oh my God. What?
That's the same. You just pulled it. All you did was trace it.
Okay.
No, I pulled it offline and added a mustache.
That's oh gosh. Okay. This is why you can't give Cam an assignment. That's not a headline.
No, that's good, man.
Luckily,
those are spot on. That explains so much.
You know, Cam's got somebody on his side.
Come on.
Helps him through this assignment.
God.
Right.
And I don't want to be, the guy that reads about your guardian angel.
Come on.
So
okay.
I'm going to let you read about your guardian angel.
Come on. Cameron gets to read about his own guardian angel.
Yeah. So the top, you uncover it, right? The top is the picture.
Okay.
I just want you to describe what you see first.
I'm so scared.
Okay.
I'm so scared.
And then,
praise God.
The attributes or the traits of Cam's guardian angel.
Come
are
on.
on the back of that page. If you would hand it
I'm
over.
going to hand this to
Which
Cameron.
way's up?
That's up. Your face
This is correct.
It's landscape mode.
Oh, so I need to change it this way.
Yep.
Oh,
Pull it up and describe what you see.
Come on.
And show the camera.
Okay.
What on earth is that?
This is Cameron's guardian angel. If you want to turn it around and then hold your neck out,
there is so much going on here.
I assume Cam's guardian angel looks like Cam.
Right. And this is pretty spot on.
And I couldn't do Cam's face justice.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So I just wanted him to hold it out and then put his head up.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't, I'm holding it up for the camera for live stream right now, but let me look at it.
Describe what you see.
Okay.
The human body.
There are.
It's
all right. My feet are obviously skis almost.
Well, it's a guardian angel. It's not you.
Yeah. Okay. The guardian angel.
Yeah. My
it looks so much like Cameron. The camera's like, it's me.
Yeah, it's me. Okay.
I'm looking into a mirror.
My guardian angel has very big feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Very long, slender.
Come on. You know what they say.
Giant calves.
Giant calves. Huh?
They look shiny too.
Yeah. They're sheen. They're shined
It's basically like Popeye the Sailor Man's biceps, but they're Cameron's calves.
Exactly. I think that I have.
Keep going up.
either hieroglyphics on my pants or they're American.
Oh, that's an American flag.
American flag.
Come on.
Yeah.
Swimsuit.
Come on.
Yeah, swimsuit.
Let's see. I'm going up. There's a open carry gun.
There's a gun in a swimsuit. Okay. Yeah.
There's a snake wrapped around my. Is that coming out of my belly button?
That's not a snake, my guy. That's a hernia.
Okay. Well, you'll find out on the next page.
Okay, perfect. It looks like there's hot sauce strapped to my chest.
Okay.
What
else you got?
There's a parrot on my arm.
Yeah.
He's still calling it him. It's your angel.
It's you,
It's
baby.
my angel. Okay. I mean, I'm just connecting with this so much.
He's got a harp in his other hand or
I
some
have
kind of lute.
like a lyre.
A liar.
Liar, yeah.
Or I'm confused. Oh, it's a bald eagle. I thought it was
all
a
right.
parrot.
Now, I'll give you a little insight before you flip it over.
It looks like I have a jetpack on too.
Well,
Okay.
your guardian angel, his name is Peppermint.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Yeah. Now
That's
you can flip
cute.
it over and read your attributes out loud as you read them. No need to pre-read.
There's nothing on this.
Flip it over.
Oh.
There.
Cameron's guardian angel fact sheet.
Yeah. Go ahead. Number
Name
one.
is Peppermint.
Yeah.
Number 1, enlarged neocortex.
Okay.
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 Good. Yeah. That
Can
gets
you
him-
explain that?
That's like a sympathetic nerve.
Okay, perfect. Super sympathetic.
Yeah.
Come
What was
on.
it?
Neocortex.
Cool.
Enlarged.
Yeah.
Fact number 2.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
I spelled it wrong.
Oh, okay.
It's just neocortex.
Oh, okay.
I put a T on the end for
He
laughs.
spelled it phonically.
Oh, I gotcha. Number 2 is long ski feet.
Yeah.
For what reason, though?
Just to glide through life like you do.
Oh, perfect. Just to help me glide through life.
Yeah.
Number 3 is, I'm gonna be honest, jetpack because wings are so BC.
That's so true,
That's
dude.
so BC.
It's so
Right?
BC.
Number 4, they're getting harder to read, I feel like.
I can read them. You want me to read them?
Sumerian by birth, not religion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Number
Explains the calves.
yeah,
Honestly.
Hard
really
worker.
does. Next one is one tattoo that says "Don't ask, don't tell."
Which is odd. It's not where you can see it, if you know what I mean.
Next one is umbilical cord key ring for your car, your house, and your girlfriend's apartment.
So that
Snake?
that's what that snake was coming out of his belly button
I
was
thought it
in
was a snake.
umbilical
It's
cord.
like a
Yeah.
lanyard.
Still
Key ring.
attached with the important stuff on
Yeah.
there.
I still think it looks like a snake. If
Yeah,
I'm
that's
being
okay.
honest. Okay, perfect. Next is G-Wagon cup holder nips.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah,
One-
because he's a G angel.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
see.
One
Instead
for
of-
him, one
Yep.
for Cam.
Yeah. Instead of nips,
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
the G Wagon, $100,000 SUV has.
That's right.
Does this
cup
say
holder?
Josh on it?
I
this-
don't know.
It says. I think it says Josh on one of the bottles.
Oh, that's Josh
Josh
Wine.
Wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not
Josh,
drinking that.
our Josh on the show actually owns his own wine company.
Yeah, Josh
We can
Wine.
talk about that some other time. But yeah, Josh Wine.
The next one is dead and stuffed bald eagle.
Yeah.
It's a conversion starter.
It's a conversation starter. He read it from the pickup artist book where you have to be
Conversation.
beat cocking.
Next time you're gonna need to print this.
Okay.
It's a conversation starter.
Yeah, it is.
The next one is agnostic.
Yeah.
He's not convinced.
Because he's
Yeah.
he's
He's an
Sumerian.
angel.
He's not convinced. He's still not convinced, though.
He's a Sumerian.
Oh.
So I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Last one is huge Olas. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Insight there.
Oh man.
Goodness gracious.
Now that's peppermint's a work of art.
Oh, yeah.
really
he's a
is.
And we're going to be
baller.
signing these and giving them away on live stream
God, I hope so.
to our live streamers.
Yeah.
This is good.
Oh wow.
The detail on this is
Wow.
really incredible, honestly.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not sure that I want to give this one away. I kind of want to frame it.
If I can say the G Wagon,
right.
$100,000 Mercedes. It has a cup holder that's just a net.
Oh, that's what you're
Well,
going
it's a ring and a net. So
Yeah.
that's instead of
You're
nips,
paying $100,000 for a car, and all it is a net to hold my drink.
Yeah.
That
seems like a
so
ripoff.
good.
Yeah. So he holds one for him and one for Cam.
It's good.
I mean, if you could replace your nips with something, wouldn't it be cup holders?
100%.
As long as you have a straw.
Come on. Enlarged neocortex.
Yeah. For sympathy.
Thomas Alva Edison was born February 11th, 1847 in Milan, Ohio.
1847.
That seems a while ago.
It was a long
really
time ago.
soon.
Yeah.
That's the thing. A lot of folks, they know Thomas Edison for one thing and one thing only.
Right. Is this
Jazz.
our Thomas Edison?
Thomas Edison. Yeah.
Flautist, right?
The light bulb.
Oh, the light bulb. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. What's interesting, Thomas Edison.
Spoiler.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that when you think of Thomas Edison, you think about the light bulb.
Yeah,
He's the guy that invented that.
And the end of the story. There we go. He did.
And that's all for this episode. No, here's the thing. He holds over 1,000 patents.
Jeez.
Well, patents were like anything back then, right?
Well, here's the thing.
Down the guy.
Well, he's literally the most prolific inventor in our country's history.
Wow.
And it's been said that no one contributed more to the standard of living for Americans than Thomas Edison.
Yeah, suck that, Elon.
That's what we've been saying.
Yeah.
Track Thomas Edison's private jets.
Yeah, for
Guy
real.
from UCF.
It's a coffin.
Yeah. So what's fascinating, though, is that most Floridians don't realize how much Thomas Edison contributed to our state specifically. And unless you're from Fort Myers, you probably don't realize that Thomas lived here for over 50 years.
I didn't think that at
know
all.
that, dude.
No, I think it's from the prestige that I know Thomas Edison.
I feel like he's more like a Boston type or
What's
Philadelphia.
the accent that you do?
Is that wicked light bulb?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta get my car keys to get my light bulb.
Yeah.
God bless.
So basically, here's the thing. Thomas Edison was a genuine Florida man, but let's be honest. If you drive through our state, but you've done something cool, like you're a Florida man.
That's true.
Like the bar is pretty low.
For sure.
But this guy lived there for 50 years, man.
And
He's
we don't even
certified.
know him.
He's certified.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start from the beginning. Thomas Edison was the last of 7 children.
Ooh.
Wow.
To be born to Sam and Nancy Edison.
He's got something to prove.
Yep. He's got a lot to prove because he was only one of 4 that survived.
Oh. Okay.
Here's the thing. This was like it's really easy to forget how rough things were for people in the early years of our country.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was actually a running joke early on our show in the story section where like people would just die from like the wilderness.
Yep.
And it would
Don't go swimming back then.
No, seriously.
drowning.
It was like the mortality rate was just through the roof.
Yep.
It was just
You get
dangerous
diarrhea and you could die.
Yeah.
in a field somewhere.
Yeah.
Nobody would even know. But here's the thing. Thomas was fortunate. He was one of the surviving children. He actually had very little formal education. He learned how to read and write at his house. His mom taught him. And that was all the school he had.
Wow.
I think sometimes maybe that's what's wrong with me. I'm too educated.
You think so? You think your mama just should have taught you how to read and write and sent you on your way?
Been the smartest guy in the world.
It could have been it, man.
If I wasn't so
Is that
educated.
too much educated? No, so here's the thing. He left home at the age of 12 to begin working on the railroads.
Okay.
And that was probably late, right?
I mean, he was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
Most of his
Everybody
peers,
else leave at
most
10.
of his peers set off at like 8 or 9. Thomas shows up at 12. He didn't enjoy his salary working at the railroad. So he actually, to make extra money, he would sell candy. He would sell newspapers and vegetables on the railroad tracks.
Nice.
So he had a little side business.
I like it.
And then like the railroad go by and everything would get squished.
Just, bam, bam. Just like squish off his train. All those nerd ropes are just split in half. Here's the thing, though. It kind of puts in perspective. This guy's not even a teenager.
Yeah.
He's working on the railroads. But fortunately for Thomas Edison, he didn't have to work the railroad for more than 2 years.
Okay.
Because the Civil War started.
Phew.
And he lost his job.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
what a blessing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Country splits in
God
half.
works in mysterious
6
ways.
in one way.
Come on. Yeah, right. Come on. Just God looking out for him. Loses his job. Civil War breaks out.
Jeez.
Also around this time,
God. Yeah.
Thomas Edison lost 80% of his hearing because of untreated ear infections.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. That's
Well,
rough.
back
'cause
to like the
yeah.
easy way to die back then.
I have a dog, and Like she does the ear wiggle thing, and I'm like, again, I got to put your medicine in.
You got to treat it though.
My child's the same way.
Which, dude, this unlocked some anxiety for me because I'm like, you can go deaf if you don't treat your ear infections.
Yeah, that's stressful.
Or was that just like an 1800s thing?
Q-tips weren't invented yet.
I think so.
Q-tips are good.
So at this point, Thomas Edison is 16. He's almost deaf, and he's looking for work.
Oh, he never tried bobby pin.
No, bobby pin.
Bobby.
That's what I use to clean my ears
God,
too.
I love it.
Oh,
yeah.
I
You
do.
put the hook in, you scoop that stuff.
Come
baby.
on.
What are you scooping? Oh my gosh.
Disinfection.
How dirty are your ears?
It's like a chili cook-off.
He works he works the railroads, bro.
Good
It's
Lord.
sweaty in there. Here's the thing. Lucky for Thomas Edison, on one of his last days at the railroad, he actually saved a little boy from being ran over by a runaway train.
That's very good.
I'm sorry. If you're working on the railroads, right? Like rule 1 is like,
don't bring your kids to work.
Don't get killed. Right?
Yeah. So he saves a little boy from a runaway train. The boy's name was Jimmy McKenzie, which sounds made up, but it's real. When Jimmy's father found out that Thomas Edison had saved his son and was jobless, he offered as payment to train Thomas as a telegraph operator.
Okay. Now that's where you're really starting to make some money.
Right. And I mean, honestly, though, I feel like Thomas
He didn't have good ears, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
20% of his hearing.
Yeah. Jeez.
But it did present, like Cameron was saying, an enormous opportunity for Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
The telegraph was this emerging technology, and it allowed Thomas to be on the front lines of this technology very early on.
Okay.
And so basically, he uses this experience to get a job at Western Union as a telegraph operator.
Okay.
That's where you want to be back then.
Yeah.
It was actually a good place to be, especially during the Civil Wars on the right side of history. And so he requested the night shifts because he wanted to spend his daytime hours experimenting.
That's perfect.
But there's sleep,
that's what we needed him to do.
Yeah.
He didn't sleep a lot, apparently. Thomas Edison's teenage years were spent doing all sorts of experiments in chemistry and electronics. And so by night, he's working this run-of-the-mill office job, but by day, he's locked away in his apartment, literally just inventing things.
Jeez.
That sounds fun.
And he was just a very creative guy.
Do that.
American dream. Yeah, if you didn't go to college, dummy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Too dumb now.
College dum-dum. In fact, sometimes his experiments would find their way to his office at work. So one evening in between night shifts, Thomas starts experimenting with batteries, and in the process, he caused one to explode, which spilled sulfuric acid onto the floor.
Okay.
That acid melted through the floor and dripped down onto the desk, the floor below him, which the desk belonged to his boss.
Uh-oh.
How's he explain that one?
So his boss comes into work, desk is melted, and he looks up and
That's
he's like,
a frowny
he's
face.
like, Thomas! He shakes his hand at him.
Yeah.
Not again.
I told you not to melt my desk.
And he gets fired again.
Oh, that get you fired?
You can't spill acid on his desk.
It's probably hard to come by batteries, too.
Yeah, and he's just blowing them up upstairs.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be telegraphing stuff. But it didn't matter because shortly after this experience, at the age of 22, Thomas Edison was awarded his first patent for the electronic voting machine.
Put a long stint in at the telegraph machine. Huh?
Come on.
Put along what, from
Well, you gotta
16 to
settle in at
22?
some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
now
so
a voting machine?
he invented the electronic voting machine. So in spite
Don't
of
use
being
paper?
No, but he wanted to expedite the process. And so he continued to experiment despite losing his job. And at 22 years old, this guy's setting the tone for how Americans still vote to this day.
No, I'm saying now don't we use paper?
Yes.
Yeah, we use ballots. Yeah.
But
But,
okay.
Chads,
The
buddy.
counting machine.
but yeah, with it was a counting machine.
I got you.
Cool.
And so this was a big deal for Thomas. Like he was finally gaining leverage in his career. People were taking him seriously as an inventor.
Okay.
He actually got married that next year. So a
Wow.
lot was going well for him all at once.
Dude's got time to mess around and flirt and stuff.
And invent stuff.
Like that.
So Thomas basically he leans into this momentum and he brings his next invention to the floor, which was the phonograph.
Big jump.
That's a good one.
Right?
Though. Yeah.
So basically,
One of Cam's favorites, though, right?
Phonograph.
What was the phonograph thing that you liked?
The phonograph.
yeah, he likes all things phonograph.
Yeah, he does.
So basically, what Thomas did, he kind of invented this like kind of cone cylinder device.
Yeah.
He wrapped tin foil around
Yeah.
it, and he sings "Mary Had a Little Lamb" into
Good.
it,
I've heard it.
and the device sings it back to him.
Creepy.
And that's how the phonograph was invented. This was the first device to ever record or reproduce sounds.
And he picked Mary Had a Little
in
Lamb.
history.
And not Three Blind Mice.
That has to be the craziest thing ever.
Now,
It had to scare the crap out of him.
I know. Here's the thing.
Nobody's ever heard their own voice replicated before, right?
And this guy does it like in the privacy of like his studio where he's just like,
And he's like, I sound like crap.
yeah, he's like, I hate the way, Mary Had a Little Lamb. It says it back to him. He's the first podcaster.
Oh my gosh.
For you to figure anything out like that where you're recording audio for the first time.
I can't even imagine.
It's crazy. Like,
it's insane, dude.
Just a different concept in general.
But it was a turning point for him because the phonograph was the first invention that was really like, it had a high demand.
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole world
Everybody
wanted one.
wanted
Yeah.
one.
So it was
podcasting.
100%. Yeah. It had the first, it was the first invention that had to be mass produced basically. Which meant that now Thomas Edison's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
And more money means more freedom to invent things all day long.
Fun.
Not that it was stopping him before that.
You get a lot of batteries with that money.
100%.
Yeah, they call it battery money when you get up there.
Yeah. In 1878, with his newfound fame and resources, Thomas hires a massive team of engineers and scientists, and he sets out with this goal of completely replacing lights that run on gas. So he's like, okay, right now all of our lighting is gas powered, is dangerous. And he sets out with this goal. This was something that the scientific community had been trying to do for over 50 years. So it wasn't like an innovative idea that he had.
It's a tough
I feel like it's tough.
I don't know where to start.
Yeah, I mean, since mankind, we've been having light the same way, and he wants to change that up. How
do we change fire into something that's not fire?
That doesn't take one of the three things.
But the amount of motivation he's got, though, he just invented like a recording device. Like he's like, man, I can do this.
Groundbreaker.
Here's the thing, though. He draws the attention of massive financial backers.
For sure.
J.P. Morgan, who's still an institution in our country, and the Vanderbilt family.
Oh, wow.
Who at the time was one of the wealthiest families in the country. Thomas Edison, with their help, he sets up the Edison Electric Light Company.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of conspiracy surrounding this because the wealthiest people in the world, for the most part, are now both agreeing to like bankroll this guy. Like they're looking for something. And around the same time, like Tesla was doing stuff, and like some folks in Europe were trying to do stuff. And so some big American money get behind Thomas Edison.
They must not have been in the gas industry.
They weren't.
Well, what about Jimmy Lightbulb?
Jimmy Lightbulb was just a little bit behind.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah.
Just born.
The Australian. Yeah. So in 1879, Thomas Edison makes his breakthrough with a bulb that used platinum filament.
Okay.
And then the very next year, he replaced that with a carbonized bamboo. And
cheaper.
It was longer lasting.
Yeah.
That was the breakthrough we needed for long lasting, affordable light bulbs.
Bamboo.
And so this guy just invents the light bulb, right? Using bamboo as a filament.
Right.
Yeah.
And now he's got all of this. And even more wealth and institutions under his belt. I mean, the guy's changed the way humans live forever.
Yeah.
And he is 38 years old.
And probably a really angry Australian is
Jimmy Lightbulb.
Yes, mad at him for using his name.
Well, that's actually why Thomas had to move.
Is he?
Jimmy Lightbulb was hunting him down. But here's the thing. Thomas is 38. He decides to retire.
I'm 38.
Well, I mean, if you invent the light bulb.
Yeah.
I'm working on something big, guys. Trust me.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
You got to retire.
The phonograph and the light bulb?
He wants to rest and relax and really get away from all the stress of modernizing the human species. And so after a vast amount of research, Thomas Edison comes to the same conclusion that millions of other people have.
Yeah.
And that's Florida's the place to be.
It's good for your health.
Yeah.
At 38 years old, he packs up everything.
Yep.
He moves to Florida in 1885,
Okay.
and he settles on the beautiful town of Fort Myers.
Wow.
Okay.
South.
Yeah, so he's in the south part of our state, and this is the thing with about folks that have personalities like Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
It's very hard for him to do nothing.
Yeah. I don't see him doing nothing for long.
Yeah, like it's hard for him to just sit back and relax.
Yeah.
Like he's been inventing stuff since he was like 8 years old.
You got to feel really, critiqued though. Like if he walks in your shop and he's looking
for
around
anything.
Anything.
Yeah, for anything.
You're like, I know I could be doing this better. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he's like, give me a year and I'll improve this.
Yeah.
You're still
your
using
whole
gas
process.
light bulbs?
He's like, check out this bamboo stick I made. Shines everything real bright.
Carbonized.
So he spends, these next couple of years trying to relax, but he's struggling with it. And so he's sitting in his backyard one day in Florida. He's having this random conversation with a friend about America's dependency on other nations for basic materials.
God bless.
Like you do. Like we've
God,
done
for
before.
real.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Woof.
And so he's sitting around talking to his friends about this. And the conversation, they're covering a lot of ground. Hey, America's too dependent on other countries for precious metals,
for sure.
for materials. But randomly in this
Bamboo.
conversation,
Bamboo.
Thomas's friend mentions that the vast majority of America's rubber is imported from Europe.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we can't grow rubber trees here.
Well, we couldn't at the time.
That's what I'm saying. We couldn't at the time.
Right. And so what's fascinating about this is Thomas gets like really upset. And he thinks
You're telling me.
he thinks it's absolutely atrocious
Yeah.
that
You're not
America's
growing
dependent
rubber
on
trees.
Europe for rubber.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's picking. This feels like something like he's been looking for something to get mad about.
That's
You know what I mean?
malarkey.
Yeah. Right.
Where does
So
our rubber come from?
Johnny Rubber at the time?
Yeah, Johnny Rubber, the European guy.
Yeah,
Australia.
the European guy. But it was coming from Europe.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. He gets really passionate about this. But Thomas was always a forward thinker. And even though this conversation took place before the Second World War, Thomas's mindset was basically, what if we ever go to war with Europe again? And the next thing you know,
No
we don't
tires
have,
on
we have no tires.
We can't drive anymore.
But not just that. We don't have shoes, mattresses.
Wow.
Like the seal rings for all basic plumbing were made out of rubber.
Okay.
Like, I mean, everything that
Gaskets.
people didn't realize,
Gaskets.
was Rubber made. And so he goes,
Rubber
God forbid
made.
we have another world war
Yeah.
and Europe cuts us off. We're going to have nothing that we actually need.
That's a good thought.
And so sitting in his backyard in Florida, Thomas decided to devote the rest of his life to discovering a natural source for rubber that could be grown right here in the Sunshine State.
Okay, hold it. Just give us a tease. Is it here?
Currently, yes.
Okay.
Because of him, though.
Is it named Rubber?
No.
Cam,
So
any idea?
The rubber bush.
No, it's not named Rubber.
No, okay. So he came up with this 4-step plan.
Okay.
Okay. Step 1, he researches like crazy.
Right.
He starts doing
That's-
all
yeah,
kind of
good.
research,
Textbook.
visiting libraries.
Yeah.
Step number 2, he buys a lot of land.
Perfect.
Wow.
I love it.
Okay.
Step number 3, he contacts his friend Henry Ford of Ford Motors
Okay.
because he feels like there's a joint interest here.
Absolutely.
They need
Yeah.
tires.
Yep.
Step number 4, Thomas Edison imports and plants 17,000 botanical species from around the world to
What?
see which ones would be the best to harvest American rubber in Florida.
This is an experiment.
17,000 species
Different
of plants.
Different trees.
Different ones.
Good
On his
Grief.
property that he's bought.
Cool.
One of them had to have been called the rubber bush.
No,
I don't
you
think
think that would be
so.
the first one to choose?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you'd be like, we're going to get some rubber around here.
Yeah. So basically, as it turns out, this was the correct method because Thomas quickly discovered that the goldenrod plant,
Oh, yeah.
goldenrod plant,
That was Cam's nickname in high school.
goldenrod. It was. I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
This was ideal for the production of rubber. So for the first time in American history, there were all these items that we as a country were no longer depending on other nations for because Thomas figured out that Florida was the absolute perfect environment for the growth. And so then a few years later, he was proven correct because World War II broke out and America was basically importing rubber from Florida.
Going from Florida.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
which was, it was absolutely insane. So a beautiful side effect of Thomas Edison's retirement project was that now there are hundreds and hundreds of species of plants and hybrid species of plants.
Really?
Invasive.
Okay.
That
I might add.
well, they were invasive at the time, but now they're not. It's been over 100 years. So
Oh.
these plants predominantly call Florida their natural habitat now because of this random project that he did like during retirement.
What?
That's insane.
Like
So there are plants there you can't find anywhere else.
right because they're hybrids now because of his planting
Oh,
experiment.
cool.
Right.
And so in fact, to this day, there's a 21-acre museum in Fort Myers where you can actually see these species and you can take a tour of the first rubber laboratory where it all began.
That's too big
Are
for
we-
a museum. Can
Is
I say
Florida
that?
still exporting rubber?
I don't know.
Did it not catch on enough?
I mean it did it
Obviously, it
worked well for
purpose.
World War II.
Yeah,
right,
it served its
exactly.
purpose.
Yeah.
I think now it's all synthetic. Which that just means make believe.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like
real.
Guardian Angels.
Well, this museum is called the Edison and Ford Winter Estates, and the property and the buildings were donated by Thomas Edison to the state of Florida after he passed away.
Jeez.
Could have been named better.
It could have been named better.
The
I don't
Winter
think he had a choice in it.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating to me though that this guy lives a lifetime before coming to Florida, and then like has this kind of like really like obsessive personality where he hears something that I would have glossed over.
Yeah.
And he goes, this is detrimental to our nation as a whole.
Right.
Like we have to, he took a lot of pride in that.
Yep.
And so, he basically imported plants from all around the world to figure out a solution. And the goldenrod plant was.
You're telling me
Here he goes.
Thomas Edison
Yeah.
is the only reason that we won World War II.
Come on.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Single-handedly.
Let me
Yeah.
rephrase this for you. Florida
Uh-huh.
is the only reason why we won World War II.
Florida is the
Okay.
true victor
Now-
in every war.
We've been anti-Nazi for a long time.
We have.
We really have.
Can you imagine if someone had sat down with him and like, you're not going to believe where we get our churros from?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we can't make them here.
Yeah,
we
well-
import them.
What would be the one thing that you found out that you're like, they make that in Europe?
Oh,
And like you start planting it in your backyard.
Nothing.
There's
like,
nothing.
I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you if you could like take away something from me and
Easily.
I would be like, I don't care.
Bro, if you found out you couldn't buy potatoes ever again in your life,
I would starve.
you wouldn't get potato seeds and start putting those things in
No.
your backyard.
I mean,
99% of the things now, I would be like, well, whatever.
I think
You could live without anything.
I think
Yes.
it's a. I mean, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this pride doesn't exist still
Yeah.
to this day, but it's like I think back then there was a greater sense of like this should be done here.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that was like
for
the
sure.
vibe for everything.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas now, I feel like if I get a potato from Europe, that's exotic. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
true.
like
I don't know where my stuff comes
I
from.
want my
Right.
potatoes to come from Europe.
Yeah.
100%.
That's where they grow the best potatoes.
Yeah, if you give me, and no offense to Idaho,
Go ahead.
but if you give me a choice between an Idaho potato and like a France potato
Oh, a French potato is always
or a
gonna win.
Polish potato,
you can French my potato any damn way.
I'll
Come
French
on.
your potatoes right now, baby.
episode 172.
172.
ladies and
Wow,
gentlemen. What a
it's a
blessing.
good
been.
comeback though. We needed a strong comeback from our first vacation.
This is a good healthy
Yeah.
episode for you all. It's about the length of 2 episodes actually.
Yeah,
We're cooking.
we
We're
may have
cooking for
cut
you
it up,
all.
slice it up.
Potatoes and rubber in the oven. We love you guys so much. FMOFM podcast
Yep.
at patreon.com is where you get all the behind the scenes stuff. Tons of stuff that you didn't see that did not make the episode can be seen on Patreon. We love you so much. Josh, tell me you love them.
I love them.
Cameron,
I love them.
we'll see you next time.
See you.